So the reason for the meeting today is to evaluate the 2018 budget, 2019 budget, sorry, and just review it for, we don't make a
decision
It's
today.
just a review.
This is just a work session to see if you guys want to have any changes or additions to the 2019 budget. And then come to the November meeting, that's when the budget will be approved and ratified by you by resolution. And that'll be sent down to the county, and that will be at the point that the budget is set. But today is just a conversation about the budget. The nice thing about today is that we don't have any reserve capacities to try to overcome. In the last few years, we had banked capacity that we had to try to get back worked into the budgetary process. And we were able to do that. So this year, I believe, is the first year in my time that we don't have banked capacity. I don't think it was last year, but I could be mistaken. But I believe this year was our first year of non-bank capacity where we had to decide, what percentage we wanted to take. Well, this year, we only have the 1% allowed by law to take at this point. So there's no other capacity that we need to discuss. So that'll help this meeting move along. As we get into it, you'll only see 2 additions that I made to the budget, and we'll go over those as we come across them. I don't know if the 2 commissioners want to reposition so they can see the screen better, or are you guys okay sitting there?
I'm okay, but can you see?
Is it the same thing as on screen?
Yes, so you can follow along here if you would like. Yeah. Okay, I just need to make sure that you're getting the screen up here.
I'll turn it once you guys are finished
For
talking.
the public, so the public can view this as well. So Patty and I met, and we had about an hour and a half meeting to go over in our budget in the different divisions where we are strong and where we're weak, and we only made a few adjustments throughout. And as we go through the presentation, I'll show you where those adjustments are made, plus and minuses. Patty, I'll have you explain this if you would up here to the commissioners.
Yes, I received some information from.
And if you could speak up just for the mic, please.
I've been in contact with Whatcom County Assessor's Office to get proposed information for the 2019 tax levy information. And what I was provided with is referenced up on the screen there. For 2019, Fire District 5 is eligible to take a 1% increase, which in the parentheses there equates to the percentage that I received from the assessor's office, which is 0.96691, which would be an overall increase of $5,771.75 over this year's tax levy, which is right next to that, the $296,925.29. So the proposed amount of the 2019 levy, less new construction, which is always unknown, and we do not get that number until the very end of the year, after they've done all of their calculations. Hypothetically, it would be $602,697.04. That, and along with the 2019 other revenue that's referenced for $21,800, is a culmination of, we look on page 2, which is the first page of the budget, thank you, is the revenue. Miscellaneous revenue, I shouldn't say, underneath the tax levy that's listed there.
And I'll go over that.
And then the 2 of those added together equal $624,497.04. And then the proposed budget, which Chief will be going over, is $575,499. So So if all were expended, which is usually not the case, there would be the remainder between the revenue less the budget spent of $48,998 for the possibility of rolling over into reserves or for capital projects at the end of 2018.
So, commissioners, do you have any questions on that? Commissioner Harper? No. Thank you. Linda, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. Chief Shields, you good?
Yep.
Okay, so what Patty, our financial manager, just explained is going to be covered on the next pages as well. So please be patient with me because I'll have to go back and forth as I come up here to present this. Scroll down on the computer. We're not technologically advanced yet. That stuff, I'll talk to commissioners about that later. So. Okay, where I want to go is, can everybody see this, or would you like to see what it looks like with the lights off?
Oh, yes, I'm better.
Is that better for everybody? I want to make sure that this comes through good on the camera.
Yep.
So if you need to zoom in, go ahead and zoom in. So this is the regular budget. The budget divisions pretty much stay the same throughout the years. And the benefit of that is it makes it easier for us to calculate what is going to be beneficial and what may need to be changed in the upcoming year's budget. So the previous slide set information is the $602,697.04. That's the calculations that you saw there in regards to last year's budget plus the 1% that we can take. At the end of that, equals $602,697. So what's not in there is ambulance transport fees, grant revenue. So if we get any AFG grant or anything like that, or private grants, that's not counted. That's just in addition to the funds that we're able to gain. Then we don't add transport fees into the budget because we never know if we're going to transport anybody throughout the year. So to put an arbitrary number in there, $25,000 is what we expect to get from ambulance transport fees. That may not come to pass, and then that would negatively impact our budget at the end of the year. So any ambulance transport fees we get throughout the year actually will be part of the reserve or capital facility budget to roll over into those different areas. So public hospital district rents, we project that to be around $15,000. Fire service contract fees, $300, $3,500, and then $3,000 burn permit sales. This year we've had a lot of people come in for burn permits, so we just added $500 to that line item because I think it's still low on the projection, but it's getting to a place that we can start adding money to that because we're pretty consistent in our burn permit sales. Legislative meetings stayed the same. The special meetings we reduced down from 2,200 to 1,200 for 2019. It seems like we're able to do the majority of our business at our regular scheduled meetings. And how many meetings does that correlate to? Do you know the 1,200? It's like $400 a meeting, so that's like 3 meetings. So it's 3 extra meetings. I think we had plans, so the 2,200, so 4 into 2,200 would have been 5 extra meetings. I think we had planned for in the past, but since we haven't been having those, and hopefully we don't have to have those in the future, we still have room for 3 special meetings in 2019. Washington Fire Commissioners Association meetings and travel costs, we kept that the same. Everything else is stayed the same except when you come down to legal, we reduced that by $1,000 from $6,000 to $5,000, just to make that a little bit more consistent with how we're using our legal. We still have plenty of money, I believe, if we do need to use our legal counsel consistently in 2019. I think we'll still be okay. Advertising, 1,500 stayed the same. Insurance went up 1,000, so it's 28.5 is what we projected for 2018. I think we're pretty close in that payment. We added 1,000 to it because if we're successful at getting our new vehicle, our new mini pumper, I called the insurance company, Kelly Insurance, had them contact ESIP, New Zealand company, and they came back with an estimate around $800 for that truck to be added in. So we just rounded it up to 1,000. The professional organization dues stayed the same. That's to Washington, can be Washington Fire Chiefs, it could be International Association. The different dues and stuff, I use different divisions depending on what dues are coming in. The election charges, we reduced down to 500. We'll have 2 commissioners coming up in November of 2019, Commissioner Harper and Commissioner Lester. You will be going on the ballot again, hopefully in 2019. Any questions on the first page? Anybody? Am I just going to sit up here and talk? Pretty much. Okay.
Smooth as silk.
So the administrative division. So fire chief salary, I kept it at 60,000. I'm not taking any increase in 2019. That's completely up to the commissioners, but I'm saying I'm okay. At 60, assistant chief Shields also staying the same at 35.5. Finance manager is staying the same. We don't have the captain's position, which we probably take out at some point. But we thought we were going to have an administrative captain position this last year, and we didn't. That didn't come to pass. The FICA medical for the volunteers and stuff stayed the same. We have enough money in that. FICA medical, fire chief and assistant chief stayed the same. Patty, do you have anything to add to that? What was the other thing that we were paying that we got rid of? For the FUTA? The FUTA. F-U-T-A, right? The FUTA. Okay. So that's not in the budget anymore. We don't. That's correct.
Last year.
That's the last year. Okay. Department of Labors and Industry, 6,000. Administrative office supplies stayed the same. Everything down, you can just read the list. When you get down to systems design, that is our ambulance billing company. They do all of the medical billing for us. They charge around $35 or $40 a transport. And since we are transporting more now to St. Joseph's, we upped that to hopefully absorb that cost. And we put $400 on that line. You get down to postage, we added $50 to that line. We added $200 to the cellular telephone. Come down to FAR's radio system. That's to be contracted with the county for emergency radio service, including Sumas and Galbraith towers and stuff. We do have our own tower here, but I still have to pay into the FAR's system. Because if our tower goes down, then they're going to be paging off of one of the other towers to try to contact us. We added $200 to that contract. Everything else is still the same, down to travel and conferences. So this is where we ended up down up here. So travel and conferences stayed the same, advertising stayed the same. We reduced public relations by 300 down to 2,000. Public relations are pamphlets, the firefighter hats, coloring books, those types of things that I give out at our open house, haunted house, special events, and other things. The wellness program went up $1,000 because now we have yoga coming in for the firefighters. Also, we have CrossFit coming in twice a month for the firefighters to work out with on the weekends. Just to remind everybody that cardiovascular disease is one of the leading causes of death for firefighters. So having a proper physical fitness program, we have a good amount of weights over here. But bringing in outside instructors, a fitness instructor comes up and she takes our members through twice a month, different shifts, about an hour, hour and a half of physical activity. And they lose about 5 pounds each during that physical activity. So it's, I do it too when I'm available and when it doesn't look too tough. That's when I decide to do it. But it's a good program. It's a great program, so I hope to continue that into 2019. Marketplace stayed the same. Firefighter accountability, keep going down for things that didn't change. Everything else is still the same on that page, as far as I can tell. So starting off on dispatch fees up here. So the engine 5801, that's our new pumper. We may turn that into engine 58. I'll have to wait and see how we're going to number it, because it'll be our first dispatch unit on the majority of our incidents. For maintenance, repair maintenance, something we could add in there, Patty, would be R&M, like the other ones we have. So it's repair and maintenance at that point. We put in $1,500 for that.
That's just the repair and maintenance?
Oil changes,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah. Yeah, the engine is coming out of capital, so that's a difference. That's not shown here,
Right.
okay, because we don't show a capital budget here.
Okay, so just label that repair and maintenance.
Yeah, R&M,
Okay.
and I might change that to engine 58 and then the 94 Darley, the red 94 Darley, to engine 5801. That may be the way I end up doing that.
Just
But-
rename the apparatus?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, we can rename the apparatus, but engine 58, the mini pumper, since it's going to be first out on the majority of our incidents, it's, and then 5801 and 5802. Engine 5802 is the red rig, the big one that we have, and then the little small red engine would be engine 5801. It's just renaming. I can do that. We try to go with the district signifier, so we're District 5. So we're 58 in the county. Then in 75 numbers. And District 7 is about 7 numbers.
40s, they're
They're
40s.
40s, so it goes a little off there. Nothing else has changed there. You go on down, we added suppression instructors. I added $250 to that. I hope to bring in a few more instructors this next year that are national lecturers that are put on special courses for our firefighters. Live fire training, we dropped that by 1,000 because of the way that they're doing live fire now, and we don't have to pay for propane. It's a Class A burn structure, so it's become cheaper for us. The blue card command system, I got added $3,000 on the line item there. That is the incident command system that I'm using to train our officers. Some of you have sat in on some of those trainings and seen the radio work and the thought process that has to go into that understanding to have hazard zone management. And that's something I want to maintain. So it has a yearly cost to it, and then also built into that is to hopefully train new people. I'm really hoping that the grant that we got this last year from the private party here in Port Roberts comes through for us again. So we can utilize that money for the command training as well and beef up our training center here. Travel expenses for the suppression training division, $30,000. Registration and tuition to conferences and stuff for my firefighters is $1,600. So the total division, so you can see that's $28,850. So $50 got added to it from 2018 to 2019.
2050.
Oh, sorry, 3,050. Sorry, 3,050. Up here, 2018 it was 148,150. 2019, 150, 950 for that division. So we're coming up to maintenance division now. So the change in this, so if people want to go back for watching the video, the change in this went from 24,000 to 720 to 25,720. So we added $1,000 in here. So if you go to electric station 1, so the winter becomes very difficult for us because we have wallboard heat upstairs. This is the only forced heat area of the fire station. We have a furnace that heats this area for us, but not upstairs. So it's either blazing hot upstairs because of the inefficiency of the wall heaters, or it's really, really cold. And our electric bills go basically from 500 to 700 during the month, during the summer, to 1,000 to 1,300, 1,500 possibly during the winter, and that's per month. So we're going to be over, when you see the budget for this year, we're going to be over that line item this year, so we added a little bit to that, just to try to absorb the overage. Water station one stayed the same. We added $500 to facility maintenance and station upkeep, because the station's getting older. We need to do more inside the station, so we added $500 there. Garbage, we added $302, because it seems like we've been producing more over this last year. Volunteer firefighter EMS, I added $1,000 to that line. That's for EMTs, EMT meetings, all of those types of things. But EMS coverage within the district, EMTs, advanced EMTs, and paramedics. Medical supplies and equipment, I actually reduced that down by $2,000. And I haven't had to buy a lot of extra medical equipment this year, which has been nice. It has saved us some money. So I was comfortable reducing that by $2,000 for 2019. It doesn't mean that I won't overspend that line item, but I should be comfortable with what we have in the division, so I should be okay there. Battery stayed the same. Everything else stayed the same, it looks like, in that division. So EMS training division we'll go to next. So EMT training supplies and equipment, $2,000. Books and publication, $3,000. So when I put on a national course here, pre-hospital trauma life support, advanced medical life support, pediatric emergency pre-hospital provider, pediatric advanced life support, advanced cardiac life support, CPR. We teach all of those courses in-house, and I buy books for those. This year, my plan is to start incorporating a library, so I don't have to buy new books for each and every class, that we can loan out the books to the members within the organization that are taking those courses. So that should help save some money as well. Also, some of the courses that I teach are all online, so they're hybrid courses, and they have e-textbooks, and that comes as part of the cost of the course. So then I don't have to have a hardback book or a softback book here. Instructors stay the same. EMT training, I reduced that down to $8,000 from $10,000. We are going to be paying some of the EMTs back this coming up year, but I'm comfortable with that being on the $8,000 line because I haven't been approached by anybody from the community that would like to go to EMT school. So that reduces what I put out in that area, but I still have to pay back the contracts that are being met by the Canadians and the US people have already been paid out. EMS Online is King County, and that is our OTEP, which is our CD continuing education modules that we all go through as paramedics and EMTs. We're an OTEP fire district here, and there's a cost of $50 per EMT, advanced EMT, paramedic that we have on staff. The benefit that I have, the paramedics are usually paid for by the districts that they work for primarily, and then the people that are underneath my umbrella, which would be the advanced EMTs and EMTs, we pay the fee for that. And if I add an EMT during the year, then I have to bring them on board with the EMS Online. EMS conferences, $1,500, and travel expenses stayed the same, $25. So 2018 budget, divisional budget, so all the divisions added up in 2018 came to $572,999. In 2019, they came to $575,499, and that's an increase of $2,500. So even though I had to add $4,500 of space, we really only increased the budget by $2,500 because we had the $3,000 line item that we added for Blue Card command training systems. We had the $1,500 for repair and maintenance for the new fire truck. So I think we did okay, and I'm willing to take any questions from the commissioners or things that you have questions about that you would like to possibly see adjusted. Yes?
What's the difference between the blue card system and the red card system?
Red card's wildland, is that correct?
You know,
Yeah, so it has nothing to do with wildland. This is all structural based. Yeah.
Very impressive.
Well, I hope so. This is the easiest year we've had for a budget process because we haven't had to choose any of the monies that were still in reserve capacity. And so again, we got all caught back up, which is a positive for the taxpayers as well, because we're able to put more into reserve capacity and hopefully go longer with this levy into the future. But yeah, the 1% is easy. And in November, you guys have to choose whether or not we take the 1%. Right? That'll be the choice that's done there. Between now and then, Linda, do you have any questions on the budget?
No, thank you so much for asking.
Patty? Do you have anything that you'd like to see changed that we didn't hit in our meeting?
I feel like everything's covered, and I believe you went over that with Commissioner Mercer.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Commissioner Mercy and I did have a meeting, and we discussed some of these line items and made a few adjustments. And there one was to the legal line item. And there was a couple others, I don't remember what they were, but very minor things. So we adjusted those before this meeting, so his input was taken.
Sorry. Hi.
Chief Shields, do you have anything to
Nope.
add? Okay. So how would you guys like to proceed? If there's anything you want to add between now and the next meeting, please call me independently and let me know, hey, I've been looking at the budget. What do you think about adjusting these line items to something else, and then we can have that discussion. So
All your changes seem very logical, so.
they're very minimal this year. Even though the cost of doing business is going up, we're still able to maintain a good percentage of increase that's not drastic, and still be responsible and put it away for our future needs, capital reserves. That $48,000 that is projected, it will be in the final budget because we put that down as an allocation that we project to be put in there. So again, to remind the public, is this is my division total. So the $575,499 is my division total. I can't go over that to division spending, in my division spending, in 2019. Does that make sense? So the commissioners would have to do a special resolution and those types of things. If something major happened that we had really no control over. But the $575,499 is what I have, and I could spend every penny of that if necessary to run the big operations. But I normally don't. So we normally have capacity left out of the divisional budget, but it's nice to have the flexibility to overcome things that are not able to be forecasted. That's very important to have the flexibility. And we have enough flexibility still within my divisional line or budget areas, and that I'm able to use the funds as a budget total, and then not have to come to the commissioners and ask for a variance on that. So again, the $48,000 plus the ambulance transports plus whatever in burn permits. So, but the $48,000 would stay firm unless a catastrophic thing happened. Yeah. Any questions? You guys have any questions on this, and you understand it? And I can go back to page 1 and just make sure you guys understand that.
Pretty clear.
And again, just remember, I'm spending my budget increased by $2,500 over 2018. Okay, again, take the budgets with you, review them, see if there's anything that you don't understand what it's for, and I'd be happy to explain it to you, or Patty as well. Patty will be here for the November meeting too. Is that correct, Patty? Oh, we'll continue to talk about that.
Budget hearing, yes. I did want to bring that up to see if it was still going to be the week prior to what it normally would be. So right now it's scheduled for Wednesday, November 7th.
And that's because I'm out of town on the 14th.
That is, okay.
Yeah. And we discussed that a month or two ago.
Yes.
So everybody has that in their calendar. The the November meeting is November 7th. Make sure that gets in the minutes and, okay. So for the public, our November meeting will be November 7th. Same time, 4 p.m. in the afternoon.
Question.
Yeah,
With the new provider coming into the hospital, does that change anything?
say that again.
With the new provider coming in January 1, does that change anything that has to do with the hospital district?
No, we're projecting that our lease with the hospital district is going to stay the same.
Okay.
And even if that fluctuated a little bit, we'd still be okay. But whether a new provider comes in or we have the same provider, the lease agreement is still the same.
Okay.
Are we good? Commissioners?
Do you want to adjourn?
Yes, we can move, we adjourn.
Second that? Okay. All right, we'll adjourn the meeting. Thanks, everybody, for coming.